sending 3 mid to attack Hai Chao on the rise, something that I'm looking for Ultra Prime to do in game plan early in the game, and try and draw attention away from top where Liangchen in isolation should be. I think Grizzly calling the bluff, gonna beat him to the top side, try and take the red buff away. Gives you a lot more power for grubs, and will help Trundle get ahead. So red side being selected again by OMG instead of first pick or counter pick. Gonna use that and clearing down on the map.
After they get a solid trade up against Xiaoxia, as they do look to continue to pressure onto these grubs. Going to start off with the Scuttle Crab first, and Grizzly not going to be able to get over there in time to contest it. Quick magical journey out to safety, and Grizzly going to start up the grubs anyway, speedrun or no.
This is a little scary to get away from Moham to connect. Offgoing.
Yeah, Hokan in, the pressing guard going to push them back away. Grizzly kind of cut off from the rest of his team, but Harry might be the focus. He's already overheated. Flash after from Liangchen, looking to be able to dash through the team, finds the first blood onto his lane opponent, but now there's 4 members of OMG right in front of him. Hai Chao claims that kill and makes it a 1-for-1.
I still believe Grizzly, he does have that teleport available. Harry does as well, as Rayo already using that Wind Becomes Lightning to go into this trade.
Going to look to get themselves on 2-0 in that department. Xiaoxia going to find the dredge line on Rayo, though, who dashes forward, looking to take the fight to the support, and Hai Chao gets a second between worlds thrown on out by Saber, but the damage just isn't here for Ultra Prime. Saber, nice dodge there, but locked down by Hai Chao regardless. Tempered Fate didn't connect, though, so he will be able to get himself out. Liangchen finds an angle onto Harry, looking to solo this man out, and maybe buy a little bit of something back for Ultra Prime. Harry making a mad dash back to his turret, and it looks like he will be able to find a space to be safe.
His conditions are bad, though. This is diveable maybe for Liangchen if he wants to get fancy. Meanwhile, the Dragon fight, I don't really know what Xiaoxia was thinking on the take. This is not an Aftershock Nautilus. It's a Spellbook Nautilus. That was very clear with how paper that Nautilus was. I see pressure Harry out. I think matching here is a mistake because Grizzly's going to face check Rayo.
Yeah, Rayo gets on in there. Quick pillar thrown in between them to get him off of his back. Grizzly still looking to try to find a path in here, though. Ends up getting Cosmic Bound up against Xiaoxia and has to flash out to safety. They're holding down Rayo, but the damage just isn't manifesting yet. TP for both top laners being channeled. They're getting up here for the full 5-on-5. Henna with the ultimate ticking. Throws out a little bit of a slow, but now going to get caught by that Tempered Fate. Going to have to back away as Harry layers on down the ultimate. Dashing forward, it's onto Liangchen. He's tanking up to survive for a little bit, but the Crescent Guard going to keep Rayo standing, attempting to burn down onto Henna. Cut off from the rest of the team. Flash from Starry, flash from Harry, but not enough damage to finish off the Yunara. Xiaoxia's dredge line goes wide, but Moham takes a rough chunk from Saber regardless, and now OMG have to try to push their way in here. Mario going to lead the charge, dives in, throws out the equalizer from Harry, and Henna just gets burned right down. That flashless Yunara, nowhere to go, nothing to do. 2 members of Ultra Prime fall. OMG on Soul Point. And this is a clean game from OMG so far, dare I say,
further out of control than where I really feel like things should be for Ultra Prime.
The fray knows that they have favorable fight conditions, and oh boy, do they. Henna can't even play the game. And now they find themselves with a 3.5K gold lead, 1 dragon away from Soul. It's a really dominant position. Dragon rework off season.
It's like the river in the turn before the flop. You find out what the Soul actually is.
Yeah.
What was scary and quite stressful was actually the darkness.
Nice dodge from Saber. They're able to flash away from the Tempered Fate. Lower and lower. Here's a between worlds across about 4 members. Already Ryu going to be the first one down. Harry going to join him as Henna is able to find a safe space to fire away from. 2-for-1 team fight. Ultra Prime going to claim the dragon. And this game isn't over quite yet, Cody.
That was a very weird sequence for me because the observers were toggling all the darkness that Ultra Prime had to get through. Right now, you're right, no one's answering Harry, but this is a timer where you can see the Kasante drop that, did enable up to get a little bit of control. Now he's going to be forced back. Harry's TPing.
Little Rune Prison in the Tempered Fate combo. Xiaoxia and Grizzly getting focused down. Rio dumps forward, going to be able to throw down the pressing card, trying to knock folks back. A nice Tempered Fate, or rather a nice equalizer comes down across the rest of the team, finding some bad damage. And Hai Chao gets on towards the carry, finds Henna, and takes him down. 1 kill for OMG, and that might be all it takes to get out of the Baron.
I was tilted. He was going after Nautilus again. You know what? It ended up being good. The Actualizer, it was down, but he does find the Yunara. That is the priority target.
Oh, they're not done.
Makes
they're not done. Liang Chen stepping forward, still plenty tanky, and the Baron shredding them so much. Rio, cut off from the rest of the team, takes a different path than the rest of OMG, but they do get out. No Baron for Henna's death. Bad click for sure. Just step on up into that cavern, and it does end up costing him quite a bit. And Henna, just needs to be able to clean that up here. I feel like we've seen quite a bit of that from Ultra Prime games. Henna just up a bit too far. He's been like a magnet for Tempered Fates this season, and that's happened already in this game as well. See if he can turn that around as Rio finds an angle on it. Xiaosha dives forward. There's the equalizer across the team. There's the Tempered Fate onto 3, and Xiaosha is cooked. But Liang Chen up in the front line, trying to kite back away down to half HP. Flashes forward, finds 2. Here's between worlds across the team, but the damage is just not manifesting. Realm War about to safety. Starry takes a little bit of harassment, but the carries are just forced out entirely. It's a 3-for-0 fight for OMG.
Massive find by Moham. I want to praise Rayo, though, on the back half.
Together for these team fights, and despite the Aurora Yunara DPS duo, they just...
It was the mid-jungle duo. Grizzly and Saber outperformed. Because Juhan had a really tough series. And Rayo, man, stepping up, stepping in. We got to follow Xiaosha.
It's Xiaosha deep behind enemy lines. Looks for Haichao, doesn't find him. Haichao tries to channel the Realm Orb. Doesn't come through, but he's able to just walk his way back towards the rest of the team. Henna's cut up against the wall. Liang Chen just desperately searching for something, but nothing is there. OMG slam the door shut. A quick, clean ace. No members fall, and the base is soon to follow.
I don't know if he's going to get it, but I'd love to give Rayo the pod for this first ever game, man. I really felt like this was an outstanding Xin Zhao performance. Just watching these crescent guards and how he's playing in the middle of these fights. Keep in mind, guys, this is the season. This is the split, I should say, for both of these teams. A win here keeps your hopes alive to move into the play-ins, to try and get out of Group Nirvana. If you lose, you're pretty much done for split 1 after the next series. Big win for OMG. They lost the first bout, but subbing in Rayo, huge difference. Very sound first game from them.
And to take it even further than that, Covey, I would say between these two, especially when there's a Gnar sitting on the other team, you're about to see a lot of folks Gnar'd into a lot of cataclysms.
Even Tidal Wave, too, or the Weaver's Wall, just to help answer plays that we're going to see.
I'm not feeling young out here.
I was found out. I helped you feel younger, at least, Shine Theory in terms of casting can help. Speaking of Shine Theory, Rayo going to continue to hopefully look good around the top lane.
Yeah, nice bubble found early on, but before the turret aggro comes through, Moham picks up first blood and gets away there. Really nicely done by OMG, and they're off to the races.
Identity with the brand new rookie jungler in for OMG.
Absolutely is, and we spend a lot of time on these casts often getting disappointed when supports pick up the kills.
That's why he greeted for it, but I really feel like with the foot pathing, it's on him to get down here and have an impact, as he does have that Sundered Sky. Rayo looking to have an impact mid.
Flash over the wall into the cease and desist. Quick execution from OMG. Trying to path towards bot that he had inverted his pathing. Rayo already on it, was showing up in the tri-brush to be able to cover that sort of play right before he goes over towards mid. And now going to be able to show up here and put pest onto Dragon. Haichao stealing away the Cataclysm, trying to find a pathway on in. Enchanted Crystal Arrow finds its way out of the jungle. They're going to try to just one-shot him here, and they will do it. Smite goes the way of Rayo. Dragon to OMG. Another kill to OMG.
I think Haichao has games where he carried. I mean, the one Silas game we saw of him this split, he carried, right? He found a surprise win with his team over LGD. He was massive in that game, picking up the quad.
He won that Smite fight, now getting the lockdown here. It's Grizzly who will be the next one to meet his fate. 4 kills OMG now, and they're going to get an opportunity to get onto Liang Chen. Already used the cease and desist. Rio going to have that one jumped away from Haichao here for the backup. Liang Chen in a 1 versus 3, going to need to try to navigate his way out of this one. Going to choose to just advance forward into Harry, but he will be hunted down here before too long. Flashes away from the public execution, but I mean, he just dies to the turret shots. What was the flash for, Cubby?
I'm going to ignore that and choose to talk about Rayo more. I said it was OMG favored. I mean, how easy is it to make plays when you have cease and assist into Encore, man? I feel like the only challenge these guys could have is doing it blindfolded, which, to be fair, I think they had plenty of practice running the Rift both games against Grizzly, a guy that played in the LCK. Like, he played with Jovi. Or Zeka, sorry. They do have Grub. They're going to snag this one for themselves. Gordo. But the answer is the third Drake. Another soul point for Rayo as he keeps his perfect Dragon score alive. And Haichao answers the bot out of turn priority early on. Grizzly was not able to flip the pathing and actually punish this bot lane. It's always been Rayo who's been first to punch and through the team and showing he'll be able to set up. Now he might get caught. Good setup.
Seismic shove finding Rio, and the shutdown gold does go. Ultra Prime need that too. I mean, they need to be able to stop the soul from coming out through, and they're going to need to win each and every fight in that bottom river for the foreseeable future. So being able to get a little bit of money into Henna's pocket to get the BF sword off of that one. Oh, the snag onto Xiaoxia. Haichao gets his third of the game. And just like that, OMG have a numbers advantage again.
Will be nice. Moham. Oh, Rayo.
Oh, yep. Rio. All right. Q in, flash out, and change to Crusadero. Dodged away from by Henna, but Haichao was waiting for him. Henna does get hit by the abscond abductor. Will be able to stay alive. Starry taking a ton of damage here from the culling. A flash away from a potential public execution will keep the Ultra Prime roster safe from the Ambessa. Here's an engage from Liangchen, but everybody creates the space immediately. Nobody gonna get hit by that Gnar. Haichao takes another chunk from Henna, who is below half HP, but still confident to continue going. A little bit of damage dealt, but nobody dropping yet, Cubby.
I just watched Moham double Q and then double W someone at full HP instead of helping Starry. Unfortunately, Starry was able to grab a plant. That's a wall that would have been good, but it's a little bit early. Rayo's going for the ring.
Here's the cease and desist. It's in deep on towards Henna. He flashes away from the Encore, and Rio going to be the first one to drop in this fight. Liang Chen lost so much health in mini form, though, on the opposite side. As Dragon dropping down to about half. There is no smite available for OMG, but Grizzly's going to look for the fight. It's dueling cataclysms, but Henna caught by Haichao's going to be the first one to fall, and Haichao going to have the damage to carry through the team fight. Dragon Soul to OMG.
I did say he had a nice Silas, and Haichao's Silas is popping off in this one. I thought this engage was a little bit too deep. Starry's being kept out by Liangchen, but Mega's down, and this...
So much kill participation, picks up another one in that last fight, and is just getting plenty done with that redemption, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think a much better look for Moham. He struggled at points this year, too. It really feels like Yuhan was an issue. And Rayo stepping in, I mean, what a fantastic debut. He's made a couple oopsies later on in this game, but none have cost him the game as his team continues to Ultra Prime. Backs up against the wall. They're kind of forced to fight for objective bounties. They know that they're likely stacking this inhibitors. They're going to see what they can get instead. Honestly, I think not the worst call in the world, but they aren't able to finish this push. With the inhibitor down, they're coming to answer. Nexus turret's potentially being sieged. As OMG likely to back off. I can see up back off.
Base is cracked open, though. Going to be those super minions to be finding engage, but Rio already ahead of him.
Nice fight on the wall.
There you go.
There's a ward.
Oh no! All right, he sends it right back immediately. Okay. Harry gonna be able to find that kill. Public execution on through. The encore is massive. Hold still Liang Chen for a second kill to OMG. And that is another win for them.
I mean, he was just really feeling himself after that smite steal. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
it was time to send it. Fortunately,
it was
not the right time to send it there, as, I mean, tale of two different series, two different junglers, as it was really the first bout where I felt like Grizzly and Saber had a really good showing against Juhan and Haichao. But not today. Grizzly has really struggled today, and again, struggled against a rookie making his LPL debut as Rayo has been fantastic. Haichao has also been great. And OMG, I mean, what a different team. The way that they've looked today with Rayo in the lineup. This is not the OMG that we've seen so far this year, Gordo. This is very different and in the right direction for them.
Absolutely is, and you can see the rest of the team kind of rallying around him here, right? The fact that they're able to make these early plays just gives over a bunch, 3 total games prior to the night, or 2 total games prior to the night. This is going to be 3rd and 4th. They're going to double their win total here. Oh! Thought he was getting out of there.
Direction. Yep.
Yeah, Liang Chen's doomed. All right, that's 3 ultimates for Liang Chen. It's a bit much, but they will find their way onto the kill regardless, as Haichao avoids the pressure in there.
Burn his flash, but still both alive and Group Nirvana, and for the setup, escape Group Nirvana. This loss means that we're going to have Ultra Prime and Group Nirvana yet again. Sadly, as is tradition here in the LPL. before the next split, as their chances of making it into the play-in stage of the playoffs go away with the 0-2 loss that we're, I think, bound to see here in a couple minutes, Gordo. I know Elder spawns in 45. OMG wants to play around that, but why flip it when you can try and end the game now? That's another inhibitor turret falling, another 2 inhibitors falling, and Ultra Prime, they are not really putting up much of a fight. This is not very inspiring.
No, it is not. We will find out if this last stand fight can give Ultra Prime a little bit of something to play through. Harry taken down several hundred. Grizzly going to get snagged by the enchanted Crystal Arrow. Finally able to drag himself back to his flag, but he's already taken off in the fight. Haichao in the front line takes down Xiaoxia. Harry now going to dive forward with the Drake Hound step. Liang Chen, a 3-man ultimate, back underneath the Nexus turrets, gets them 2 back, but he will drop for the effort. Saber and Grizzly still standing. Haichao just channeling a recall right in their face, but it leaves Moham up here for Grizzly to finish off. Starry able to glide onto him and finish off that kill. The TP back from Haichao to try to work through these Nexus turrets. It's just Saber in the 1 versus 2, and I don't think he's going to be able to stop this Silas Ash combo. OMG, double their win total coming into the night. 2-0 over Ultra Prime.
Haichao, the last man standing on the Rift, Gordo, as OMG find
volatile bot lane. To be honest, there's a lot of volatility everywhere except for top lane. I mean, the Rumble does have the upper hand in terms of damage, but the Sun, like 369, should be able to chill.
BLG
Should
have
drop
moved
camps
3
too.
members. He will be spotted out on the ward, but he's going to go for the win becomes lightning play.
Whoa.
The double kill. My goodness, BLG are ruthless. They're going to run straight into Nio, though. They got to be a little bit careful. The flag and drag is going to be there, but Viper has the flash still, and now they just find Nio out. He's going to get another win becomes lightning and try to go for the kill. He's a little bit greedy. He's a little bit bloodthirsty, but maybe this is just the BLG advantage they needed. An execute goes over, and Nio gets the kill in the end. So under tower, BLG falter.
Fengwei get access to their ults. It's going to be a lot stronger, but Shun, first gank of the game here in top lane.
They're going to get the slowdown with the harpoon and try to leave it for Shun. It is a Scion. He's going to buy a lot of time, and Nio's coming over. Again, he has that ultimate like you were talking about. 369 going to try to get over. Beautiful crescent guard from Shun. And now they're going to get the 3-talon strike right onto 369. The kill goes over. Bin going to use the flame spitter to try to separate from Nio. Get 1 kill over to top esports. Shun, he actually went to the alcove. He might end up losing this out. He's going to have to try to fight it. Nio waiting to go over the wall. Does have the speed up with the attack speed and goes with the smite kill for a double kill.
And Viper had to base as well, so no barrier, low HP. Top esports don't feel comfortable going for this objective. Nio back up in the top lane. Is this the lane we want to be ganking?
Unstoppable onslaught going to be used by 369. Here comes the Cataclysm waiting with the flag and drag here to get a little bit of damage down. Right. Nio will get another kill. So 4th kill of the game for Nio and for top
is where a lot of the damage comes from. Getting your Jarvan ahead, it feels good for the mid game. Getting a Scion ahead is okay as well. Nice smite there from Nio. Will secure 2 grubs. But the later this game goes, the Jarvan is irrelevant in bot as well. Shun back down the bot lane, already secured that first Drake. TP in as well.
That's going to be Knight coming to join the fight down here. So they used a lot of this pressure early, but it's going to be a 4-man dive by BLG. They're going to use the ball delivery system. Knight himself is the ball, and they get the kill on the Fengyue.
Really nice target prioritization from BLG, pushing out this top tower, trying to defend, but here comes 369.
Double onslaught. Oh, he bounced off the wall. That was weird. Shun goes in, tries to get a crescent guard in the midst of everybody. Here comes the TP as well. That's going to be Ben joining the fight. Viper getting low, trying to kill Nio. Nio has a big shutdown on him, and they're going to give it straight to Viper. So much gold just got dumped into the AD carry of BLG, and that'll be all top esports go for here in this fight.
Top esports have the mid prior with the Lucian. That's just how this champion functions, and a big reason, like, you want to put Lucian into the mid lane as early as you possibly.
Used by Viper.
It's a nice pull from top esports. It means that they can target onto on, pick him off. Here's a TP.
They're going to try to catch out Cream. He's got the speed of Knight's been really trying to force these plays, and they'll force it well. The burn, the flash from Bit. I don't even know if he needed to do that, but he wanted to be flashy himself. As now it was top esports trying to circle around and trap BLG, but they are the ones that are forced to retreat and throw up the white flag ahead of this dragon.
BLG look a lot more on the same page than they did in the JDG series. Viper.
Whew. He was thinking about it.
Very aggressive. I mean, low mana, so got to be careful with the Rens. But yeah, BLG seem to be very on the same page. Not as nervous, not as all over the place as we've seen them so far. And they have looked this good. This is top esports again. This is not AL or JDG, who, again, JDG have been their kryptonite. But it's good to see that this team still looks connected. Been feeling confident. That was my biggest ask for this BLG roster, to find Bin some confidence. So in 2025, I feel like he lost a lot of that. The other two that were discussed, and I think BLG, it would be nice to see them get some international redemption after last year. This bot lane outer turret is very low.
This is
Shun.
a 2v4. Shun, he's just going in. They find the kill anyways. Knight does enough damage, and now he is back off. The TP going to make it in time on, going for a big hostile takeover onto 2 members. Only gets onto 1. The Fate's Call will be used to knock back up Cream, and Cream is now gone. They've got the front line back in store, though, for top esports. Unstoppable Onslaught's going to get him a ticket out of there, and he's going to have to leave the rest of his team. Shun will go a little bit too far and will go down. On going to go for a handshake, gets flashed over by 369. 369 doing his best stalwart impression, but doesn't get much more after that, and the lead for BLG continues.
Feeling aggressive with the audacious charge. Does have the Crescent Guard available. BLG, again, they're not that far ahead, but the confidence that they have here. Top esports have access to Baron, but it's so difficult to take here. Viper!
Oh, they go straight onto Viper. Viper's got the bailout, though, and he's going to rip Jachi's life from his very bales, as now they're going to find Viper in the backline. They think he's supposed to be the backline, but he's in your backline, and it's just been a triple kill for Viper, and it is BLG turned all the way up to 11.
This is the Viper that we have been waiting for. I know it's game 1, but there have been back-to-back losses from JDG. Again, they played back-to-back. Like, BLG lost to JDG. The next series was another loss to JDG. They look like that never even happened.
And a little side shout out to On here with the 11 KP Renata performance, as we see a shockwave come through from Knight. Almost kills him outright. Trying to follow that one up with a phase rush, but the combination of On and Viper is something I've been really, really loving to see and liking to see a little bit more of. And this is a tried and true combo for them at this point. And again, it plays off of that confidence, that decisiveness that we have now seen Viper unleash on a TES 2 times in a row. They're going to take more turrets. They're going to get more gold. They've already gotten that Soul Point Dragon, and they're almost 7,000 gold up into this game, 25 minutes in. And I think he deserves the respect, and it's been a pleasure to see him back in the LPL, even in some of the low moments that he's had, because you know what the high highs can bring you. And even on HLE last year, you could see some of those moments. But here we are with this first game whole-handedly in the grasp of BLG. See if they throw it away or if they go even further into it as they get one already. Knight has claimed that kill, and the burning from behind. Ben comes back from his little mini vacation and burns them alive as they take down a tier 2 here. They're going to move into the tier 3 and maybe even the base.
BLG come alive in this series, Mazel. Nearly 10,000 gold up. Top esports completely shut out. Again, they look so confident. 369 finds a big ult. Shun flashes in with Crescent Guard. Viper, so much. Look at his clicks. He's gliding.
Oh,
what is that?
He's still too tanky. He wanted to puff up the damage numbers. He saw Knight sitting at 606. He's like, man, that guy's got to have a lot of damage.
This is like Humble Life Viper. There were games on Humble Life last year. Viper, not that this is one of those games, but solely pulled his team out of what looked like not wanting to win. But it feels like this game is the most confident I've seen Viper. Maybe it's the Callista, but shout out Al Kuz.
Maybe it's just this bot lane.
He looks like Peyz. This looks like a Peyz Callista game. He's just clicking forward, gliding, pulling his ult in. Jack Show will be completed fairly soon. I mean, top esports have a minute and a half until Soul. Nami has no flash. That's a big target here, too.
They're going to find On, at least. They're going to try to go on to him. He almost kills him outright, but now he's overextended a bit, and the rest of BLG are surrounding them. And honestly, Viper is starting to hop, skip, and jump his way into this fight. 369 comes up, but it's a little bit too late. They have already taken down Feng Yue, and now they're going to chase down the rest with a little bit of flames behind them as Shun going over Ham here, trying to get this angle onto Jiachi, but Jiachi's going to dodge away. The rest of BLG finally catch up to Nayo, but he's going to flag and drag his way away. He's still going to die. Knight's going to chase him down. Look how fast he is. He's just speeding along at the speed of sound, and BLG are speeding off into a Game 1 win. Viper taking advantage of the biggest weak link that we had talked about behind the scenes for this top esports team and burst it open just like the sewage gate in Helm's Deep at this point, because this lead has gotten monumental. 12,000 gold up for BLG in Game 1.
10,000 versus 200, whatever it is. Good reference, Mazel. This does look like that. It looks like the Battle of Helm's Deep, except this time Saruman, but Tess.
Dude.
This is the kind of a game where you just have to...
bro. Knight is literally a
terrible.
demon right now.
He's
just been looking for people to run down. He's like, how fast can I go with Peyz Rush? He will get all of the brunt of top esports thrown down upon him and will be traded back and forth for Nayo. That still means that BLG have the advantage because the jungler's gone and this is Soul.
And for top esports, this is kind of this is a game where you just, at this point, you're sitting in your Nexus, talking about next game, making the game as tough to finish as possible. BLG up so much gold. Infernal Soul, they'll go over to Baron. I mean, we have seen some, I'm going to say it, curses be damned. This is unlosable for BLG. They'll get the Baron, they'll close this game out fairly cleanly. But the conversation for BLG, locking in top 4, right? A win in this series, the series not over, but a prior bot, give Knight a good matchup so that he can win in isolation, and give Viper and On something that they can click forward on.
It's worked out so far against top esports. Like you said, though, I want to see some more of the consistency. Hey, luckily, they don't have to face off against JDG for the rest of regular season, and they can wait all the way till playoffs, which gives them a little bit of reassurance. As Shun almost get his GA burn there, but won't actually fall, so that will be the calling used by Jiachi, but the siege continues by BLG.
Shun takes a decent chunk, but he has GA. Maybe at this point he just says, well, I have red buff. We're so far up, we probably want to end here. We don't want to give over an Elder flip, or else we are, we're potentially looking at some worrisome ends. I mean, that is how the T1 KT flip did happen, but some decent damage. I mean, Cream's coming online. Viper's still feeling pretty confident. They've got a minute and a half left of Baron, so it's still a decent amount, and there's 2 super minion waves pushing in top and mid. So this bot tower should break. Bin rotates down with the equalizer available. At any point, BLG can pull the trigger. They have so much damage waiting.
We've got Ben pushing this up extra lane here with the Baron Dub minions. They are feeling a decent amount hesitant, as they are going to try to move in with these double cannons to get this one down. Finally, this bot lane will falter. It will burst open this inhib as well. Would give them 3 inhibs, double super minions, and all the pressure you could ask for to end this game number 1. Top esports going to put up a valiant defense. They have not found the answers. They found proactivity early, but it has not been enough to quell the demon that relies on BLG at this point. It is going to be this move to the mid lane with these setups as Shun goes for the play. They go for the big wombo combo. It's going to be a massive crescent guard to block so much damage. Finally gets his GA pop, but by the time he does, the rest of the team for top esports is down. That'll be a missed shockwave from Knight at least, but Viper, he can't miss. He's throwing spears right into their face, rips another one out with the Rend, and goes straight for the Nexus. BLG go up 1-0.
And the good news, Mazel, is there is
the Poppy into the Alistar, which is cancer.
This is a great pick.
Really nicely done from both supports to try to get set up. But you look at this. This is a little bit of a cheeky play from Shun. He went with the bot lane clear, and now he's going to wrap around level 3. He's going to find the gank, and Viper can use his deadly flourish from range. It's going to be Shun trying to go for the kills, trying to get one, but goes down. It's a 1-for-1 trade right now, but the deadly flourish is going to connect. Not enough damage, and they only get the 1-for-1. Now. Not looking that great. At least it wasn't for the longest time. And last time we saw Vipers, it didn't go too well either. So we'll see if it's something that top esports can use, the lack of mobility from one of their star carries. But now we're setting up around this dragon pit for this scuttle crab. We're getting a 3v2, make it a 4v2 as Knight a little bit late to get over. Seismic shove connects, and On goes down to Jiachi.
It's a massive start from Tess. Nayo can still go. Jin does struggle into things like Ornn, Cassante, into
Really
the
good
Scion.
communication, by the way. Knight pinged that there was a ward in that bush. Shun has snuck around and found a play on a Cream. Cream's going to have to use the seismic shove to get Shun away, and a beautiful entrance from Nayo. The Realm Orb's not going to be in time. It's going to be Shun falling down for a second.
BLG need where it's like a weak side top. Not a weak side, Knight's getting tanky. He has Flash and Ghost up soon. He has the ult up soon as well. In the bot lane, you're going against... Wait, Viper?
Viper overextended here, but he's trying to get a little bit more damage back into Jiachi. The headbutt brings him back. He's got a 4th shot coming up. He just needs one more, and there you go. Jin lands the 4th, and BLG get their bot. But he won't be spawned out.
He is. Long way. Already rotating to mid with On. Grubs have spawned, so
On's
some
level 6,
prioritization on
though.
the top side. Viper's here too. What?
I mean, BLG just going to try to go for the Grubs, go for the deadly flare straight onto Feng Yue. Now they're going to pick him out. Full team play by BLG. Seismic Shove does connect, but a little emote comes out while Nayo was stealing BLG's jungle.
That is a nice takeaway, sure, but this feels like a little bit of game 1 here. Shun will be caught.
Oh, they caught Shun, but not enough damage here. Weaver's Wall coming across. Now they're going to have Shun locked down and take it out again. Nayo is just agent kill Shun at this point, as he has been able to answer him. You see BLG doing so early into this game. Still about a minute and a half till next drag. No, Feng Yue made the mistake to step up, and now he's going to get shot to hell. From him. Expertly done from 369, kiting him out, but it still start feeling some of those inklings from that game number 1 for BLG. We are hitting first items now as well, Beto. As 369 gonna look for the chase down, goes for the hop into it. Ben gonna use the TP to try to get away. It's not fast enough. Ben goes down to 369.
By range top cringe. Mega goes. 369 just playing with him at this point, but live, please, live.
Oh my god, On almost gets caught. He didn't get wallbang there. That's the biggest difference maker, but he might still die anyways. The supreme display of talent had to come through there. I don't care about the solo bolo. I want to see the dragon.
This is so long, man. This is so long. I feel like this is a statement. Like, this has to be someone on the observer's feed is unhappy with this play, and like you're watching it. There is decent damage. Like, Top Esports have built up a 1.6k lead here. Feng Yue will find On, but Nayo's here.
The 3-man from On gets the setup straight. Nayu go into Knight's jaws here. Big bullet time coming out. Should get Shun. Shun gonna flash. Supreme display of talent. He gets away. What a dastardly escape from the BLG jungler. And now they're gonna continue fighting. Another double head pull from On. It's not gonna be enough damage to follow it up. No, Knight gonna go for an aggressive Realm Orb, just baiting them out. And Jiachi gets picked by Knight in the end. A double kill coming through for the golden left hand. Maybe gonna make it a triple. The plays from Knight are insane. Now it's going to be Shun trying to go for the kill. It's going to be a double for Cream. Back and forth. Go the mid laners. But that will be all she wrote. Knight wanting a kill. Wanting to go for it. But that's it.
There's a ton of damage. Viper flashes over the wall to deal with Nayo. This is okay, but Billy want to continue going. Back at live again.
Let's see another pick out, though. And it's going to be immediately On going down as we go back to live.
We are fighting. We're going to fight over and over again, and you are gonna watch.
Oh, Shun going for Jiachi. Oh,
and you're gonna love it. And I'm gonna love every minute of it.
Shun in trouble now. He should not escape, and Nayo will pick up another kill.
I don't even know who's benefited here. I feel like BLG are the ones taking these fights, so they obviously feel like they're stronger, but Top Esports are the ones getting gold out of it. 369 isolation up 1,000 gold, but Jiachi, he's died 3 times. He has a 1.4k gold lead.
Maybe it does not matter in the end. He will just keep dying for the glory of it. As Cream is going to add his name to the list potentially here, but they saw that potentially he was going to get some help, so they back away not to give over the kill. And a 2,000 gold lead now for Top Esports, though Knight will pick up the side lane turret. And that will be first turret as well. Nayo going for a play onto On. On's in a little bit of trouble now. He does have the Unbreakable Will. He's going to have to pop it. He's going to try to run his way away. Jiachi extending the play. That'll be a big ultimate burn by BLG support.
369 on the side lane is a massive issue here. Shun is hovering, but there's a ward here. 369 has flash. Shun's going to go anyway, maybe. Enhanced bomb plant. We're going.
They're going to go with the Realm Warp as well. The prison will hit, and they're going to CC chain him to death. Mininar stands no chance against a 4-0 Knight.
Very nice roam. Knight has remained very solid, like a bulwark for his team in this game. All over the map on the Orianna, the same on the Rise. Nio, is there a dive here? 4 members on Bin.
100%.
We lose our top laner, you lose yours, I guess.
He's got Dominus. He's going to try to clear the wave. He flashes away from the initial engage and survives. They will lose the turret, but that will be Rift Herald and that extra pushing power to BLG.
I think this is a net positive for BLG. Bin stays alive. You lose bot tower, but now we're going to mid. The wall will block it off. Nice.
Really nicely done from Kareem, but the Dragon is still the setup fight in BLG. They've been a bit surrounded. They didn't see Nio there, but he will be on a ward now. And so the Dragon should be seeded at least initially to top esports.
If Tess get this is I know Chemtech Soul is not the strongest, but it's genuinely a winning position here. 369 caught in mid. We'll take a
they're just
decent chunk. Shun over the wall.
Shun going for it. Shun does not get it. Dragon Soul point to top esports. On tries to go for a play, but can't get it. Now on to Knight. Goes top esports. We said ease of execution, and they just executed the golden left hand. He is gone, and top esports remain in control.
I mentioned this in game 1. I think it was something Honky was talking about in comms. Knight is caught. On goes down as well. This is some of the issues from BLG we've seen. Bin's dead again.
Bin is gone.
They can be very disconnected, Mazzella, at times in these fights in the side lanes. Game head-to-head kills graphics, that's pretty important too. I don't know.
Both teams circling around this Baron pit. We still have 3 minutes for that next Dragon, so that is the big focal point moving forward. Nio ever looking for an engage because all top esports need is one pick, and it just starts a cascading event onto BLG. Top esports going to be pretty aggressive with this move. On extending now, waiting for the 3-man pulverize, just goes for the headbutt onto Fengyue. There you go, a 3-man goes through again. Viper hitting for free on the side, but On is traded down. Now that will be the curtain call used. Not enough damage at this point from the Jhin, and BLG will back away.
I know it's only a 1-for-1 for supports, but how is On allowed to just walk at that 1v4 with ult and just tank everything, somehow trade himself 1-for-1? That's ridiculous. For the objective game, specifically the Baron, Mazel, there isn't a ton of burst potential, burn potential for this Baron. We're talking, before we went live, about how much harder it is to take the Baron, how shredded you get. Nio over the wall.
Right, he's gonna get caught. Weaver's wall coming across too. Cream gonna set him up for to knock him down at least, and Knight gets the outplay there. He gets the beautiful amount of damage. That's that Seraph shield coming in clutch.
I'll have to look back. Oh, hold on. In mid.
Oh, Jachi is caught. Viper looking to gun him down. That's going to be the flash burn, the bullet time burn, but Should just executes him right in front of his support's eyes. Fengyue now forced to run away from BLG, and they find pick after pick after pick, and BLG are making a comeback.
Tess had a lot of tools in this game. Soul point, a gold lead, and they feel split off. It feels like they don't have a gold lead, Mazel. I mean, they don't really anymore. Baron's being started up. 369 is TPing in. It's a 2v5. What can we get done?
He almost has Meganar. It's going to be 5,000 on the Baron. He wants to go in, wants the rest of his team, but it's not going to be soon enough. They don't get the entrance, and now they're just going to die for it. Meganar ulti into the wall. They get one down. 369 doing his work here is now they have the flank from Fengyue as they get the big pick. No Barons are going to be left. They're going to get the clean house here. Viper, the final one to fall.
Wait, hang on.
Ace
is that it?
Top esports.
There's massive death time as Mazel. Is Baron in Season 16 the new Adakan? What has happened? We've seen so many throws.
Make it to that top 4, locking it in. Just need one series win, but it would start here with top esports.
The Poppy is getting so much value here. Nice. Knight's caught off. He has to ult out. He's caught. He makes it back in. Really nice spacing. But the Poppy.
Whoa. On? That was a bold flash, and On pays with his life for it. That might just give up the GOAT.
What happened here to BLG? Bin's
They're
going.
just trying to force things in here, and it's just going so wrongly for them. They're losing everybody and only taking a couple picks.
And Top Esports, 4 versus 2 now. No Baron, obviously. That was taken by Billy and then lost by Billy, but will break open the base, get these inhibitor turrets down. They might be able to get this. Okay, hit.
Knight does have a lot
3.
of damage if he hits the realm. Nope.
Does he?
He doesn't have the
Does he,
realm
though?
warp release. He doesn't have the
Does he
rune
have enough
prison
damage?
in range. He, you know, it was close. Yeah, things have gone a little bit awry for BLG, but honestly, a massive step up from the members that we really wanted to step. I mean, Jachi, of course, has had damage that's coming out of BLG right now.
0-7 for this Poppy does not tell the full story. The Poppy value this game is really good, and this is the time at which you really feel it. Tier 2 will go for free. Graham will use the ult there. Look at how aggressive Top Esports are playing. Even in the face of On, they're convinced that with the rocks on the floor from Talia and with the steadfast presence from Fengyue, that they will not be engaged on by the Talia. Sorry, by the Kiana, by the Renekton, and by this Alistar. Baron is 50 seconds away. Fengyue is resetting for some wards.
Nayo's by
1v4?
himself. This is a big pick, but he's got GA. He can buy this time. Big seismic shove into the Keeper's Verdict, and now Fengyue has found his entrance as well. Nayo very low, but still has the GA. That's going to be Shun going for the kill there. Fengyue trying to get away as well. Maybe Knight has enough. He's trying to get the Rune Prison down, but he gets seismic shoved, and now Knight is in some trouble. Viper gets the kill on the Fengyue, but Knight will escape with a beautiful time realm warp. It still will mean Shun is down to 369, though.
This series is getting a little weird, Mazel.
As well. The Elder Dragon is extremely important, J-Beto, but we got to look at the setup from Top Esports.
369 has no Mega. I feel like Top Esports don't have as much standing as they should.
The Weaver's Wall coming in to block Knight off. The bullet time coming in into the chokehold as they go straight for Shun. Shun was caught out on the side of the pit, and now he's going to be the target. But the rest of the team from BLG are backing him up. The 4th shot! It's not. It's the 3rd shot, and that's all that really matters for Viper. Ben's going to get away for just a moment for Top Esports, and 369 takes down Knight. Meanwhile, Shun caught again on the side of the play.
The gold is just too much for BLG. The soul as well. It's not the strongest soul, but it's enough to get them through this game, despite BLG having a voice in this game towards the end. Jashi will flash in, and Top Esports will make this series competitive, Mazel. They'll win a game against BLG in a series where game 1 was so easy for BLG. They need 1 series win to guarantee playoffs, but they're still just as far away as they were before this game started.
We wanted a more simplified comp, a more decisive comp from Top Esports, and that's exactly what...
Options for good AD junglers left open without going something really crazy. Skarner, maybe, you know. So I think that the idea is we want something that's going
See
to...
if Shun can do it, at least. But in the late game, those side lane picks could be big as well, as Cream's going to go in on the Knight, try to get the kill. We got the perfect execution. Just going to wait to get the kill on the Knight, even through the flash. Cream is stunning on him as he takes control of the mid lane.
Tough for Cream, but the all-ins from Top Esports, that's what they need to look for. And when they find it, it looks like there's a wave coming.
And there's no response from BLG. Nobody can come and join. Shun is mid lane and On has hit level 6. He's going to get the quickness. He's going to go for the lockdown as long as he gets a couple. He's going to get through, but the flash from Jatsi will get him the kill. And that will be now 2-0 for Top Esports, but Knight has come over. He's taking the long roam. Shun going to activate the Paranoia and go in on his own. He's going to try to get the kill. The Arcane Storm is a ticking. They're going to try to get the extreme large setup for it, but it'll be Viper that gets the kill in the end. Nayo going to try to sneak his way through, and it's going to be an execution.
Sense that both teams are happy to play it slow, take their time.
Grand Starfall.
This isn't taking a time.
On's going to try to stop it in its tracks with the quickness combo, but Knight might still fall. The damage comes through for Fengyue, but he will just falter in the end by himself. And that is Cream able to help secure the kill while Nayo got the rift.
Hey, maybe going for a gank up top, like that could be a good answer, but 369 with ult and flash, is this ever working?
I don't think so, but they're going to try to make it work anyways. The all-out is a lot of damage, and they do just tank his health bar. Ben's going to flash just to make sure he can get out from turret, and that's going to be a big pick on a BLG as they take the lead.
The fear from Shun's tether onto 369 is big.
All right, because we've seen some very respectful trades where BLG...
It might, I don't know. There's two factors pulling me to each side. The first one's the Rakan. I think Rakan outscales Pantheon infinitely. The team fight is so much better. But the Wukong is kind of better than Nocturne in my opinion. In a, like, pokey comp, if Tess was going that, the Nocturne is so much more valuable. But with the dive comp, they don't care about Nocturne. With these melee champions, the late game of the Wukong Sivir is excellent. But On has a lot on his shoulders here.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of, he's going to have to save Knight here as he misses a grand entrance. There's going to be a setup now on the Feng Yue as the fear comes through. The quickness been popped. He has convergence, and so much damage goes down.
I love a good caster blessing. I do. I really do. I really do. On showing
I love that
off
you call it a caster
how good the
blessing.
Rakan can be.
Things are really upside down there, huh?
Blessing. Cream looks hungry. He's moving in.
Feng Yue going for the first engage on. They're trying to stop them outright. TP coming in. That's going to be the paranoia. Instant combo straight onto him. But they don't get him in the end. Nio is still alive, being chased down by Shun. Meanwhile, Shun has left the rest of his team to fight the wolves here of top esports as Cream goes for a perfect execution, goes for his second kill. It's going to be Ben going all out onto Jiachi. Can't get the kill there. Going to run away. Dragon looks like it's in control of top esports.
No smite for BLG. They have to find kills or they lose soul point.
They're going to go for Viper. Viper overextended. He has the Hail of Arrows kill. He's going to go for one more piercing arrow, but doesn't get the damage down. Cream going to hunt down Knight. TP now coming in. That's going to be
On's
On
coming
rejoining
back.
the fight. BLG will not say quit. They will not say die. On comes in at full health. Gets the knockup, but Feng Yue has killed Knight. Jiachi so low. Finally dies to Knight. Ben going for his own kill now. Gets a second, but Cream cleans him up.
The LPL, baby. A massive engage, but there's not enough damage on the Cream. He goes into the invisibility. Take me back to live right now.
Round two.
Do they give soul point? They're losing Infernal soul point. I mean, On TP's back in after this, but EA now, I really think Knight down 2,000 gold. On has to have
Paranoia got popped. They're taking
fight.
the fight. BLG, they found the pick on the Nio. Now the Arcane Storm is starting to grow. The Chains of Corruption going to go just wide onto Jiachi. Arcane Storm not enough, but Ben maybe enough to swing down the hammer. That's going to be a lot of damage from Knight, although Ben is getting cooked now too. BLG find the pick they needed, and now the outer turret is falling.
Some much needed gold. But Cream is still getting more on the bot side, so the gold lead in general in the game is low HP.
They started up the dragon already. Cream was looking for an angle here. They do have a little bit of vision on that side, but BLG entering the pit. Shun missed the smite before in the smite fight against Nio. He's got to show his veterancy now. Can the top esports upstarts make this happen? Grand Starfall coming in. They just want the fight. They're going straight for the back. They're going straight for the back line. Here comes Cream. Cream is the focus. Cream can shut everybody down. He's going to get the Chains of Corruption used on him. Perfect execution hits. The Shuriken flip. It's there, but he can't do it. The follow-up doesn't matter. It's the rest of the team from top esports that have taken down BLG one by one. Knight gets the kill on the back end, and that's going to be a trade.
And the TP comes in from Cream. They've got the Infernal Soul. They haven't won the fight yet, but these health bars are so low. Cream can insta-kill anyone. The tower falls. Knight and Viper will have to walk away. The poke is nice, but Cream is nicer.
Cream is lighting it up.
Esports to do the Baron and engage on them, sure, but I really feel like you're right. This Nocturne hasn't done enough. Here we're going again.
They're going to find the pick. They're going to try to get the pick, but the nice flash out from Feng Yue. They're going to keep TPing with Ben, so now they are surrounded. Cream has an angle here. They could just go for the throat right now. Ben is a little bit in trouble. He's in the midst of 4 people. He's going to try to find his way out, but the engage comes in from Cream on the back line with the Cyclone coming out from Nio. They don't have enough damage right now. Cream finally makes his mark known. He's got the Shuriken flip going over. He's going to take it after he kills Shun. Finds another one. That's Cream to you, baby. And it's the cream of the crop, just like you said. It's top esports. 4,500 gold up over BLG.
BLG lose 4. They cannot get it done in this series, Mazel. It looks like Top Esports will get at least this this inner turret, this tier 2 turret in mid, and then go back to the Baron. But BLG, it feels like they think their time is running out. That is a very aggressive send on a...
And it's all about the entrances at this point.
Back at live.
Sports. As we take a look, actually, they get a pick. Viper gets a big kill. That's going to be a pick on a Fungue. A double knockback on from BLG. But now here comes Cream. Here comes the damage dealers, and BLG are losing their front line. I will continue to question what this comp does together because it is so desynced. And that will be a defensive paranoia, so I think officially he's the light switcher.
369 gets a bunch of resets. The base will be broken able to close this game out. Player of the series for me. Top Esports have, game 1 was such a rough showing. I genuinely thought this was going to be a quick 2-0, but Top Esports have turned it around so much so, and are now looking at their first win over BLG this year so far.
All the questions that remained from these newer players starting to be answered. Is it worth with this development? And if you can take down BLG, I'd say things are going pretty well for you. And again, for Top Esports, this is all about continuing the drive to try to make it to top 4 in Group Ascent.
Yeah. And they do still only need 1 win. They're against IG, but IG has had a similar start to Top Esports. If BLG continue to show issues like this, to have series like this, I mean, it's a far world away, but there is still a potential that BLG cannot make it to playoffs and they have to go through play-ins. Even then, you're probably getting to playoffs after that, but first stand contention, there are issues in this team that need to be dealt with. BLG down 10,000 gold. Inferno, so they're going.
They're going to try to get the engage here, but Shun is already getting chunked. He has GA, though, but On is dead, and that's another big piece to the puzzle. Now Shun is left out on an island while BLG is surrounded. The sharks are in the water, and there's chum all over the place. Cream is making them look like fools. As Top Esports spread the banner, spread the win, and will take down BLG.
BLG in the clutch, cannot get it done. Top Esports will win their first series over BLG 10-0-8. That is your player of the series. Give this man a win.
That cream of the crop graphic just went all the way to 10.